of inheritance. Let us study the first rule of inheritance, formulated by Mendel. Mendel crossbred the pea plants, differing in traits, and noted their occurrence in the progeny of succeeding generations. On that basis, he calculated the percentage of tall and short plants. In his first experiment, he crossed purebred tall pea plants with purebred dwarf pea plants. The dominant gene for tallness is represented by capital T, and the recessive gene is represented by small t. The two capital T's represent the genes for purebred tall pea plants, while two small t's stand for purebred short pea plants. After crossbreeding, he found that only tall pea plants were produced in the first generation. The crossing can be understood in detail with the help of a flowchart, where capital T stands for tall plant and small t stands for dwarf plant. The factors of inheritance of tallness, that is, the two capital T's, separate into two gametes, and the factors of inheritance of dwarfness, that is, two small t's, separate into two other gametes, as shown. The gametes of tall pea plant cross with the gametes of dwarf pea plant by the process of fertilization to form zygotes, which then produce various progeny in the F1 generation. On crossing, all the new plants inherit a capital T and a small t, in which capital T is dominant. So, all the plants produced are tall plants. From this experiment, Mendel concluded that F1 generation showed traits of one of the parent plant, that is, tallness. Mendel then crossbred the tall plants of the first generation. He obtained tall as well as dwarf plants in second generation in the ratio of 3:1. This can be understood with the help of a similar flowchart. The factors of inheritance again separate into individual gametes, and then the gametes cross during fertilization. One of the pea plants produced has factors of inheritance as two capital T's. Two plants have a capital T and a small t, and a plant has two small t's. Thus, 3 pea plants are tall, and 1 is short. Hence, he observed that in F1 generation, traits of dwarfness remained concealed or suppressed, but re-emerged in the second generation. These suppressed traits were called as recessive traits, whereas traits of tallness emerged as dominant traits. This experiment showed that there were no plants with intermediate height, and the ratio of tall and dwarf plants in F2 generation remained 3:1. This ratio was termed as monohybrid ratio. Mendel then formulated his first law of inheritance, which states that the characteristics of an organism are determined by internal factors, which occur in pairs. Only one, of a pair, of such factors, can be present, in a single gamete.